Hey everyone, it is late at night and I am Norman. What is going on? Something isn't right. Don't worry, it's fine. Because tonight you and I are going to play a game. And I'm holding my little baby microphone, so you know this video's fire. So you may have noticed that I'm wearing something weird tonight. That's right, I am wearing a sci-fi jacket. So before we play the game, let me explain. It started way back in the early 2000s. My brother-in-law gave me a green Japanese streetwear style. Jacket. I'll have to get some footage of it. It has a really cool donut-shaped collar on it. And actually you can unzip the collar and there's a hood in there. So every few months or so, I get in a weird mood and decide to see what's out there on Amazon. So I do a search for Japanese streetwear and I look at all the sci-fi jackets and pants and hats and all the things. But after dusting off the green coat a few weeks ago, I decided maybe it was time to actually pull the trigger. So I did my usual search and perused the results, and this jacket came up a few times. And it was actually the coolest looking one of all the items that I saw. Fairly reasonably priced for a coat. So I did it. I pulled the trigger. And it's actually a really nice jacket. It's very, very warm. I am a hot, sweaty mess. It is not okay. It's fine. So what we're going to do tonight is I've picked a few watches that I think pair really well with this coat. And you're going to guess which of these watches I personally feel is my favorite pairing with this coat. And secondly, you'll share which one you like the best. I did not go over the top and just pull all my watches from the sci-fi shelf, mainly because all of those need new batteries, pretty much. But I went a little bit more subtle with the sci-fi-ness of these watches, kind of. Alright, so let me get out the overhead stand. We'll take a look at these watches and I'll show you footage of them with the coat so you can see how well they pair with it. Okay, the first watch for your consideration is the D1 Milano. A bit of 1970s style futurism. I mean, this is cool looking. And here's what it looks like with the coat. Yeah. So yeah, we have a sports watch, mechanical sports watch in this list. What I love about these crazy sci-fi jackets are the collars and whatnot. I feel like they're just kind of super anime style. They just look awesome. Alright, so that is the D1 Milano. And since my brother-in-law also gave me two G-Shocks at around the same time that he gave me the green jacket, those were translucent G-Shocks. One was orange, one was green. And I wore those quite a bit at that time. Of course, I had to put a G-Shock in this list. I mean, this pretty much fits the aesthetic of a black futuristic coat. And by the way, I'm not going to spoil the answer to this game by putting my choice in the comments below. That way, if people encounter this video in the future, they can still play the game. If you want to know what my answer is, it'll be over in the community chat for this channel. So you could track it down there. But in the comments below, there are no spoilers. So yeah, let me know which watch you think I chose as a good pairing for the coat, and let me know which one you think is the best. So here's the G-Shock with the jacket. Definitely properly future-ish and kind of anime-ish as well. Alright. And the watch that I pulled off of the sci-fi shelf is the Back to the Future Casio. The only calculator watch that I own. I probably ought to get another one. These are properly nostalgic. When I was a kid, I loved calculator watches. And I mean, it has buttons all over it. How much more sci-fi can you get than that? And here is what it looks like with the jacket. Yep. Very futuristic. And we have the second of the two mechanical watches that are included in my choices tonight. And I feel like dive watches kind of lend themselves pretty well to futuristic style. They're tools, they look cool, they're generally kind of minimal and abstract looking, especially with like the dot indices, and the black and white starkness is great. The lume on this piece is bright, so that's kind of futuristic looking. And here's what it looks like with the coat. I mean, I feel like that works. Yeah. I've actually been wearing this watch all week. Yeah. Alright, I have a couple more LCD watches. This is the D&D watch. I like this strap with the ribbing on here where you place the hook that closes it. This guy right here. I think that's a good look with this brushed metal, the contrast of that silver against the black, the large display. And who knows, if you're playing the cyberpunk role-playing game, you can still use the dice. And you can wear crazy sci-fi clothes while you're playing it. Perfect. Here's what this looks like with the jacket. Yeah, properly sci-fi looking. And the last watch for your consideration is the SKX mod. And when I picked out the faceplate for this, I went with this one because it looked so synthwavy to me. And yeah, so of course I had to choose this as a potential best pairing with the jacket. I wear this watch quite a bit actually, usually late at night while I'm working on videos and whatnot, or if I'm just lounging around the house. Sometimes I will get this out and wear it. So cool. And just knowing that this crystal is sapphire, and the case is actually stainless steel, same with the bracelet, I don't know, it just definitely elevates this watch. Even though it looks like just a normal, inexpensive Casio-ish piece. Yeah. Here's what it looks like with the coat. Yeah, synthwave. Super cool. Yeah, so leave your comments below of your favorite pairing and your guess as to what mine is. Again, you'll have to look for the answers in the community chat for this channel. That way, people can keep on playing the game into the future. Alright, you've seen all the watches. Let's see how you do. Good luck, my futuristic friends. Thanks for watching.